moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a zero becomes a one, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultra Gear Gaming Monitor.
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WWE Black D Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, powered by LG Ultra Gear, in association with AC Fab and Zotac Gaming and Games The Shop. I'm your host, Blackjack, joining with my co-host Sam and Fox as we are here for the game between Team Charlie and Team Alpha, the third game, or the first game in the second day of All-Stars. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, All-Stars is in fact live, and we are already on the ban phase here on Coastline for the first game of the night, and the Montaigne has been banned. I'm pretty sure we all know why, because Ninja Freak is in play. The second ban of the map is going to be coming in nice and quickly, and that is the Ash ban. All right. So bans like this, of course, you only get to see here in All-Stars. You don't really get to see bans of this particular kind when it comes to the standard tournament. You know, the regulation matches, you wouldn't see those here, or you wouldn't see these there. I messed up my words just for a second, as a clash ban comes out as well from the side of Charlie, who are attacking against Team Alpha, mind you. Of course, the last defender of the map to be banned will be from the side of Team Alpha, who are the current defending teams, and they are going to ban the Mira. All right, Mira is going to be off the board of a very, very standard ban right there. From the side of the defense, Mira, of course, they don't want to play her. They don't want to play against her, and that is why Mira on Coastline is once again going to be banned. Outside of that, the Montaigne, even if Ninja Freak wasn't playing, would have still been a fairly standard ban. We see Montaigne bans a lot. And then, of course, there's the Ash and the Clash, two bans we don't get to see a whole lot of, especially the Ash ban, mind you. With that being said, round one's going to be on the board right here. Let's have a quick look at all of our players in the lobby from the side of Team Charlie. We've got a little bit of a surprise right here. Not only Nostalgia and Anaconda, but like Alien Boy, Mr. Reborn, and Cedulus. I believe people who have been following the league know who exactly these people are. While from the side of Team Alpha, we've got Jittery, Skullix, Ferdin Jazz, Hasib, and Ninja Freak. And the first side is going to be second floor hookah and billiards room on the map to get started on the map of Coastline. The Oryx is in play once again. We saw an Oryx ace come out yesterday. I forget who exactly that was, but that was also on the first match of the night. And as he's going to be bringing in the Jordanian impact grenade, quite literally, as we all know what Oryx is capable of. We all know exactly how dangerous he can be. More than anything, with the recent buff to his Rima dash, he's gotten just a little bit more useful, just that little bit more fun. Of course, that patch that we're talking about is the patch Year 5 Season 2.3 that was deployed as of yesterday night. And it brought out a bunch of buffs for Gridlock, Nomad, Fuse, and the Oryx, who's gone for a jump out right now. He's not going to see anybody. He's going to fall back in nice and quickly. And there you go, the Rima dash helping him achieve his re-entry to the map. But Rima's going to go down. Meanwhile, to the Ella, and that's the Amaru going down, mind you, because I believe Reborn wanted to go for a little bit of a yeet in. Didn't quite work out for him. Jittery, of course, did that kill. He's going to go for another one. As Cedulus is trying to collect. In the meanwhile, Cedulus is going to rotate back into service centers, but there's somebody who's got a kitchen. Is he aware? He's going to see the Jackal, and he's going to get one. Jittery onto Nostalgia, but he's going to get refragged instantly by the Sledge, who was just sneaking around in kitchen. Anaconda gets a refrag. Grenade goes down. That's a bit of a panic throw right there, as the shots came in from the blue stairs. Lane Boy on the Zofia. He's going to go on the hook deck, but he's going to get taken out for his trouble. For Dean, the alibi on the stairs, and I think he's the last one standing. Yes, he is. Cedulus has found another one onto Ninja Freak, and it's a 1v2 for the alibi against Anaconda and Cedulus. The Nomad is low on HP coming in from square shots of fire, and there you go. The Nomad will go down. It's a 1v1 for the alibi sitting inside the side, but no, Anaconda will be here to get that kill onto Ferdin. Coming in from the hookah deck, the balcony itself, and finding the operator before, of course, the clutch could be secured. With that being said, the first round goes to the side of the attack. Round one, that is. And it's a 1-0 going into round two.
Wait, what a run indeed coming in from the side of Team Charlie over here. The new rebranded Team Charlie, in fact, as Nostalgia himself called it, Team Advance now. Quite the change up that we've had. As good as the All-Stars, you got to keep the show going. Thought might as well, make it a little bit of a moment, the star moment for the ones who've who facilitated running the league so with so much more ease. That's Lean Boy, Sedulous, Mr. Reborn, and there's Overseer as well. He's not joining us in the game, but obviously, definitely, we'll see how things will go out going ahead into the match. Let's see how things are turning out. We got ourselves Jittery playing the Valkyrie once again. Scullix will be on the Goyo. And there's Ninja Freak on the Monzi. Father Jazz on the Jaeger as well. Asif will be playing on the Ella. Going ahead, we definitely will be finding a whole lot more factors that we just got to see in the last round as well. And the way
All right, so looks like I'm going to be taking over this round from Foxy. Unfortunate right there, but we've had a little bit of an issue on the stream. We'll be looking to fix that as soon as possible. Sedulous is going to find Steve nice and quickly off the bat. The Ella goes down. Looks like Steve wanted to go for a spawn peek. This time with the Ella, as there goes the Goyo going for a spawn peek from outside of the Sunrise window, inside the Sunrise window, mind you. Lean Boy quick to take the shot, takes out the defender as the Scullix, unfortunately, is going to go down. The Slice has gotten a kill for himself. Team Charlie in an early lead. Ferdinand's going to be taking a few bullets as well. Not sure where that's coming out from, but there's the Monty to take a kill as another body is dropped. That is Jittery, who was the Valkyrie of the board. The Twitch pushing in from Hoka Tech is going to probably see the Dark. Not quite yet. Not the Dark, mind you, that's the Jaeger. But a Seaver comes in from Ninja Freak. Gonna miss for the time being as the attackers. And a good advantage of 4 versus 2 are going to be looking to make turn this advantage into 4v1. And eventually, of course, the 4v0. Ninja Freak goes down. That's Nostalgia coming inside of the site from Aquarium. As for Dean, is the last man standing, caught in a 1v4. Janos Hologram is going to go out next to him. He's going to see the IQ, not quite sees the twist though, but isn't going to get the kill. He misses his shot, and Nostalgia will more than happily take that kill. As for Dean, goes down, and the second round goes to the attack as well. It is, of course, Coastline, a map that is favored to the side of the attack on most occasions for that matter, and that is exactly why we'll be seeing a 2-0 scoreline going into the third round right here. And yeah, an good early beginning from Team Charlie, bringing things in their favor. Alpha not quite having the best day, and looks like the admin team has a little bit of that momentum going for them. Nice and quickly, we got the 6-pick from Anaconda out of the Hibana into the Zofia, bringing in, of course, that's just that little bit more soft beach. Why did I stutters? I tell you, sometimes stuttering is just something that I end up doing, but regardless of that, bringing in just that little bit more soft breach, you don't really need 2 hard breachers when it comes to the map of Coastline anyway. And Roger is going to be on a board right here. The prep phase is in, but for him, he's really standing still, thinking things out, you know, how to go for his peaks, how to take his fights, and he's going to pick his round of place as well. The Rook is in play from Hasib this time around, not going to be going for any crazy jump outs, run outs, peaks. He's going to be sitting still, close to sight, or he could potentially bring out the roaming Rook meta. We definitely have seen that before, as Jittery's got the Echo as well. Looks like the Echo wants to go for a spawn pick towards the Ruin, potentially, while we might also have a poolside spawn pick coming out from Hasib, the man on the Rook. No, he's gone for a run out. He's going to be finding anybody though, not quite. The P90 is pre-firing away, but no, not going to find anybody at all. Unfortunate for him, he's going to go out to pools in the meanwhile, and he's going to not find one, but Jittery has found somebody. Is the P90 going to find that body in pool? Yes, it is the Downton at least. Sedulous has been down. Reborn is taken out in the meanwhile, as that's unfortunate for the third night. As another kill is going to be confirmed by Diego. Jittery with a double kill for himself, has brought things to a grinding halt for the attackers. Lean Boy Nostalgia the other one's remaining. As Lean Boy going to find one, he's going to find 2. The JD1 comes in, but there's the Doctor shut him down instantly. It's effectively a 1 versus 3 now for Nostalgia on the roof of Coastline, and that's a little unfortunate for him. Sedulous is still bleeding out inside of pool, mind you, and he could potentially go for the revive, though any rappel he makes will give his position away. Just going to be fired, and he's going to lose that gunfight from the peak on the hallway all the way up to the roof. As seen with the P90, proving why it's called the Power 90 as well. And the defenders are going to bring in the round for themselves on the board. That is round 3. Their first round here on a defense, as round 4 will be in play. All right, round 4 is going to be in play. 2-1 is the scoreline, and we may yet have a blitz play coming in from Mr. Reborn, or maybe not, mind you, as of course we have the usual jokes about checking Moss when it comes to the shots of that kind. I'm just telling you, Hasib with that shot with the P90 was absolutely amazing. And one of the reasons to love the P90 is its absolutely large magazine. When it comes to defender weapons, the P90 has one of the largest magazines in the defender roster. And I believe the only one higher than that is Maestro. Unfortunately, has had a bit of a disconnect, looks like, and he's left the game. It's unfortunate, but of course, the only rehost that's allotted when it comes to the All-Stars is one rehost in the middle of the match. That is at the end of round 6. So either Hasib is going to have to reconnect, or we could go into a rehost post round 6. Nostalgia, of course, bringing in those jokes. But yeah, regardless of that, the Echo Drone's got to lose a little signal, trying to go for the spawn peak with the help of the Echo Drone. Jittery, he's thrown that way too far. The second one's way too far as well. Jittery, what are you doing? As he's just lost both of his utility pieces. The Echo going for the peak on the run. He's going to be finding anyone yet. Will the dot outside Sunrise see anybody? He's preparing that window. Jittery still going for it. Not quite yet. Ninja Freak, he's going to go for it. He's going to see the IQ, but not going to find the head of the IQ. Not quite yet. Lean, but is more than wildly enough to get away from the peak. When he sees the Alpha, isn't quite able to get him. He's taking damage instead from the dog, not being able to trade damage back, as there might yet be a run out coming next to him outside of offices. There is the Alpha close by. Scullix, he could go for the right now. And for Lean, and there goes Lean Boy. Nostalgia is going to find Ninja Freak. In the meanwhile, Scullix drops the IQ and the diffuser. The Blitz is in from his education. Jerry's going to see that, but it's a little too late to react, as the Blitz has now found him. The trade is in, but there's the Alpha to get 1, he gets 2, and the Twitch is going to come in to find where, of course, the Echo's playing. As Jerry's the last man standing, here's where the Twitch is playing. He's going to miss the shot quite a bit. He still connects the head. He needs to find one more. It's a 1v1 for the man. Jerry, the Echo inside the blue bar against Maverick playing his DMR inside of Sunrise. He's going to rotate the hallway, but no! There's Jerry with the Echo to get the last kill, and that is going to give the side of defense team Alpha another round on board. The first for defense from the side of this blue team works out quite well, and Jerry brings in the shots to give them that round. And oh boy, what a round that was, as we're going to be moving to round 5 on a 2-2 scoreline.
Well, round 5 is in play, and with that, Team Charlie, I believe, is going to be defending on second for Penthouse and Theater. Even though with the man disadvantage, it's 2-2, and with that, we're going to be seeing a 6-pick as Scullix. It's going to be 6-picking out from Castle to the Rook.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers. Time to armor up. Located a bomb. 10 seconds. 5 seconds to go. Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb. Defender is approaching the kill zone. Defender has been discovered. Attackers dropped the diffuser.
All right. So let's do a little bit of a test right there as the round just ended. Of course, we weren't able to cast this round, seeing as we had a bit of an audio issue on stream. We do apologize to all of our viewers at home, as hopefully this should sound a little bit better now. We've been looking at it on the back end, as round 5 did go to the side of the defense, and that was, of course, on second floor penthouse and second floor penthouse and theater. So round 6 is going to be in play, and once again, apologies for not being able to bring our casting for this for that last round. Speaking of casting, of course, Baba Gusta has joined us for the casting today, and we're going to be proceeding to second floor hookah lounge and billiards room on a round 6 on a 2-3 score line. Baba, take it away.
Bombs from being defused by attackers.
Well, round 7, my apologies, round 6 is going to be second floor hookah lounge. We did see Ninja Freak getting knifed from none other than Sledge himself, who just apparently just went, I would say, he just vaulted in the window of the main stairs, went right from downstairs where Ninja Freak was trying to wait for that perfect opportunity, gets knifed. Ninja Freak basically in the chat, he was like, wow, that's actually quite great. He couldn't even hear the footsteps coming in on the side of Sledge, but yeah, in that, Team Alpha securing the win on third round defense. Going to be going to round 6, as they're going to be defending on second floor hookah lounge. We did see the previous round. It was a lot of blast for both of these players. Well, let's see how well that they're going to be performing this time. Ninja Freak going for the swamp peak on the aquarium, tries to contest it, gains a lot of damage. Unfortunately, he has to go back. Clean Boy with less amount of damage, as Ninja Freak is going to fall back indeed. Skullx tries to contest with the Lean Boy, as we see Nostalgia with the first frag as he takes out Jittery in the windows of Vila's room. Oh, look at that Reborn with the boss Diego. He's going to be able to take out Skullx with the long range shotgun. With that, there's only 2 players remaining on the side of Team Alpha, Ninja Freak and Fardeen Jazz, and they have to convert this into a 1v5. And well, it's not going to happen because Anaconda will be there to take out Ninja Freak. Just get headed out from none other than Fardeen Jazz himself. Calls coming in on the side of the heavy, as his positions will immediately get revealed thanks to the sound cues. So, using this flash grenades, on the side of hookah won't be able to find anything at all. On the side of aquarium, but what is that? Sedulous frags himself out of nowhere. Just like that, Fardeen Jazz might have an opportunity, because there's around 2 operators who are less not even HP, and he will take out Nostalgia. Won't be able to take out another one. No, Lean Boy with an accidental TK on the billiards room. But in fact, the coast is clear for Lean Boy, as Team Charlie will eventually win round 6 on second floor hookah lounge. And man, oh man, was there a lot of TKs going in on one particular matchup. Well, 3-3 is the score line, and it is quite interesting to see how well they're going to be performing now.
It definitely is quite interesting to see how they're going to be performing in the 7th round. But before we get to the 7th round, it's the admin rehost that we are going to be going into. And there you go, Jittery has left the lobby. So we'll be right back post admin rehost. Stay tuned, everybody. Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the game between the Alpha and the Charlie team here on the All-Stars of the WWE Black Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege. We've had a little bit of a technical issue, which is one of the reasons why we had to take that admin Rios right there. But of course, we are back from the rehost. Round 7 is in play. It is a 3-3 score line. And it's tied on the scoreline on the roll swap as well, which means that Alpha team will now be going into the attack and Charlie will be going on the defense. And as expected, Ninja Freak, he's brought out the Blitz, seeing as Montaid is currently, of course, banned. We all know
Attackers
the
need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they
fantastic
can.
shield plays, are one of the best in the region, dare I say, of course, as we've got a cap cannon play from Anaconda as well. Quite the number of cap cannon plays we've gotten to see over the previous couple of days, well, actually just the previous couple of matches of All-Stars themselves. Although I'm not entirely certain how particularly useful Captain's about to be for Hookah when it comes to the side of second floor Hookah and Billiards. I don't doubt
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb. 10 seconds remaining.
Okay, 3 egg-shaped rotates right there from Nostalgia. Very interesting. The Oryx
5 seconds to go.
He's used all of his Rima dashes right there on the wall between the sides.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Now, of course, action phase is going to be in play. It's a 4 versus 4, unfortunately. Disconnects, and we've got
Defender has left the area of operation.
It is the rainy season, so issues are to be expected, and unfortunately, they've hit us a little bit today. But it is usually going to find St. Louis to start things off right here as Alpha Team's trying to rush into side, but the Capcan's going to find one. That is the Zofia off the board. The Nice 19 facing comes in. Bomb is going for a peek as Anaconda will find another one on the Jittery. That's a huge kill and a very good one as Scarlet is going to drop on from the from that little balcony thing onto the hook deck itself for support. Smokes are going out, but will they be able to get this plant off with a micro play coming in very close with that LMG? Ninja Freak does a bit of a blind pre-firing. This isn't going to find anybody as Scarlet has managed to successfully rotate into
popping smoke grenade.
Well, not quite into sight. He's going towards the aquarium, but will he
Attackers have
stop
located
as
a bomb.
Scott's going to find one that's nostalgic, but he's very low on HP. The Captain takes it out. He's going to take out the Captain. Needs one more as the Oryx is the last one. Not the Oryx. Meister is the last one. He's like, shots are being fired as the Blitz comes in. He's just to find Alien by any second now. He's just playing with a Ninja Freak, and there we go. The bonk to the head is going to go in, and that is going to give the side of Team Alpha on the attack. Round 7 on a second floor Hookah Billiards. It goes to them, and of course Lean Boy with the obvious saying that he can't see as it goes with taking on a blitz. But with that being said, 3-4 is going to be the scoreline going into round 8. Looks like we might just go back to the same side from the side of the defense. Yes, we will. Second floor Hookah Billiards is going to be in play.
Well, that is one of the most interesting matches I've seen. Ninja Freak just having fun just by blinding him out as Lean By couldn't control the power of the light, and just like that, we're going to be seeing a Team Alpha gaining the lead against Team Charlie. With that, a 6 pick coming in on the side of Cedulus as he changes out with Frost instead of the dog. Frost is quite, she's quite great when it comes to trapping the operators. So the only problem is you shouldn't give the attackers way much about intel on what kind of traps are being placed, especially the drone works. It can work out with the help of the combination with the mute jammers, but hiding them would also give them a vital advantage on the side of the defenders. Just like that, we're seeing the 3 players on the side of Hookah, and I believe they are thinking of going for a knife fight, or is it just a normal thing instead? I mean, they're just dancing around with the drones. Kalex playing as the Nomad. Sorry, not the Nomad, it's...
5 seconds left before insertion.
Scullix,
You
yep.
okay there?
Yeah, I mean, I just got sidetracked on what the operator was. It's like, we're just going for a knife fight, or is it just the spawn pay coming in on the side of Nostalgic here? We did see a lot of, fakes coming in from Ninja Freak saying that yes, we are going for a night fight, but in the end they just started taking out all of the 4 operators, and sad to say that like it was on the map on Villa, but I hope we won't be able to do that yet again. Nostalgia throwing the goo mines. just baiting out Ninja Freak, but he accidentally shoots him instead. And Ninja Freak, on the other hand, tries to make a normal conversation with Nostalgia, but in fact, it just ended up as a bloodbath as he just takes out Ninja Freak. The shield operator is out. With that, Nostalgia and a lot of HP being down,
Defender is
Boy is
approaching
actually
the kill
going
zone.
for a
Defender has been
run out
discovered.
with the deployable shield being used, but he's having a lot of problems dealing with, and just like that, Jittery will take hold of that advantage by taking out Lean Boy. The 3 players left, and the manpower is still equalized, but you still need to be careful on the operator playing on the side of White Stairs. Immediately gets taken out from Nostalgia, from none other than Jittery, playing on the side of Yellow Stairs.
been located.
For Anaconda, he still needs to be careful as Jittery is down on the side of Hookah deck. Fadeen Jazz taking a long angle on the side of Ruins through to the Hookah, but still needs to be careful because there is the deployable shield accidentally shoots at the railing of the balcony. He uses the second one to open up the deployable shield, but it's just a normal jiggle piece coming in on the side of Nostalgia. He needs to be careful if you have a lot of HP being taken out. It should be better to just hold on. You shouldn't have to peak at normal considerations, knowing that you have less amount of HP, and just like that, Anaconda will get to confirm as Jittery was down and he had no other teammates to pick back up. C4 being thrown on the side of Anaconda, but sad to say, it actually lands on the side of the Hookah door, and he tries to go for the barricade, but Fadeen Jazz takes hold of that advantage as he takes out Anaconda. Still needs to take care of 2 players, Nostalgia and Sedulous, and I believe a lot of time is being wasted on the time of the attackers. Fadeen Jazz needs to figure out a way to get in as the runouts being coming in on the side of Sedulous as he just rotates back from the Hookah doors, and just like that, Fadeen Jazz is in Sunrise Bar playing on the side of the Cool Vibe Stairs. He can be able to take 1 or 2 operators off guard here, but he still needs to be careful because there is 1 player playing on the side, and that is
10
Sedulous.
seconds left.
Take out the frost trap, whips out the pistol, goes for the shot, takes out Sedulous, and he
5
still needs to be
seconds to go.
careful on Nostalgia because he's playing on the side of Hookah. He doesn't have any intel whatsoever. Fadeen Jazz going for the plant as Nostalgia just running away. Oh, so close, like it's a normal day jogging, as Nostalgia gets the final kill onto Fadeen Jazz as they will win a round 8 on second floor Hookah.
Round 8 goes to the side of the defending team, that is Charlie team, which means, of course, that it's a 4-4 equalized scoreline once again between both of the teams on board today. And, it's a 4 versus 4, but even then the excitement doesn't really stop when it comes to All-Stars, It's always about fun, as always about letting loose and not really caring too much about going after the standard competitive Rainbow Six play. As there we go, Nostalgia is going to confirm that Ninja Freak was a little confused as to what exactly happened in that previous round. As of course we saw Ninja Freak trying to make some conversation, wasn't quite allowed to do that. He's going to be back on the blitz once again with the 6-pick out of the Decabi Sedulous, bringing in the Capcan out of the Vigil. As the 9x19 VSN
Defenders,
is
protect
a
your bombs
gun
from
that's
being
not
defused by
quite
attackers.
the best, pretty decent, fires pretty quick, and does an okay amount of damage, but it's no commando, it's no T5, it is just itself as a fairly
Attackers have
decent
located
but
a
not
bomb.
amazing weapon in the hands of the Russian defenders in Rainbow Six. Anaconda in the meanwhile is going to be on the middle panel, not the one off to the right.
Bomb
Very
located
interesting
by
right there.
attackers.
Of course, you normally see a rotate in that in the right panel to the right of
10
that triple
seconds
reinforced
remaining.
wall of service entrance. But Jittery's, oh dear me, he's going to be caught. Not quite gets away just
5
in time.
seconds to insertion.
Anaconda, unfortunately, is going to be left wanting. The defensive team, winning another round for themselves, bringing it to a 5-4, up from the 4-4 equalizer that they were on. Round 10 is going to be in play, and I'm not sure this match is going to go overtime. We had 2 potential overtime matches yesterday. Didn't quite happen. Is it going to go overtime today? Only remains to be seen.
Well, Ninja Freak had a little bit of problems dealing with the Legion playing from the Sunrise Bar, and I guess because of that he'll just decide, why take Blix when you can just take Amaru? She's quite great when it comes to being also aggressive, thanks to her Gara hook. I just learned that. And with that, we're going to be seeing Cedulus 6 picking from Vamai to the Vigil. Vamai is quite great when it comes to denying utilities, whereas Vigil is quite great in roaming and denying intel
Defenders,
for the
protect your
attackers.
bombs
So
from
taking
being
that
defused
operator
by
would be
attackers.
great because he is heavily powerful when it comes to roaming capabilities. And this time we're going to be seeing 3 players on the side of defense. Two players, Cav and Vigil. I believe they're going to be going for a roaming duty, whereas Nostalgia and Lean Boy, both of them will be taking a hold on the site. With that, if you see on the side of attackers, you have the IQ. She can be able to use her the scanner to immediately check what kind of utility is being used on the side of the defenders, especially IQ can be able to detect the Vigil's scanner. Each and every time he uses the ability, I can be able to detect where exactly Vigil's location is, and also Legion's glue mines. And just like that, action phase is under effect, and we see a double spawn pick coming in on the side of the penthouse window, where Lean Boy and Cedulus is holding side to side. The only problem is which attacker will arrive at that particular amount of time, sees the head, but in the end won't be able to connect. As Collection thinking about going for a nade, and he will succeed, taking out Cedulus and downing Doc. He will eventually find Lean Boy as well, which leads to none other than a corner to get shot in the 1v4. The shotgun power is under effect as he will take the life of Collex. Meanwhile, we see Ninja Freak using the Gara hook from the hatch, immediately downing, but in the end, Jittery using the help with the Skeleton Key on the floor as he takes out the Cav in the end, gaining the win on 10th round, second floor penthouse. I mean, it is really quite fast because this just happened in just a spam of 30 to 40 seconds.
Absolutely. A very, very quick end of a round right there as Nostalgia once again is going to throw a little bit of banter into chat as it always goes down. Of course, we always love to see the banter in the all chat of competitive Rainbow Six, and in All Stars, it's just that little bit more loosely paced, excuse me. With that out of the way, round 11 is in play, 5-5 with the scoreline, and both these teams are going neck and neck in the scores, despite, of course, the, not really putting too much effort into the game. Again, it's All Stars, it's mostly about the fun, but it's also about the players having as much fun as they
Attackers
can.
need to locate and
believe
defuse
that's a
bombs.
Tachanka pick from Lean Boy. It is indeed. The Lord himself is in play with the shotgun and the proximity sensors. Okay. Lean Boy bring out the big guns right here because you don't normally get to see Tachanka with, oh boy, that shotgun spam was, it caught me off guard, let me tell you. Oh, there he goes again. But you don't really see Tachanka with the proximity sensors. Well, one, we don't really get to
Attackers
see
have
Tachanka,
discovered the
period.
location of a bomb.
But whenever there's a Tachanka in play, people normally just hold down with a barbed wire.
10
Seeing as, of
seconds
course,
to go.
Tachanka unfortunately has lost his deployable shield for
5
those
seconds
proximity
remaining.
sensors, similar to how Echo lost his.
Attackers
Really
have
weird,
located
man.
and defuse a bomb.
The
I mean,
deployable
it's
shields,
really
I tell
weird,
you.
yeah.
Mm.
I mean,
Although,
Yep, please go
the
ahead.
current deployable shields, with the current deployable shields, I kind of get it. They are a little bit too powerful, a little bit one-sided for anybody sitting behind them, as I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the community have been pointing out recently. Settler's taking a lot of damage. He's not even aware he's taking them from the Echo, so confused inside of Sunrise, as Gershmon's going to go off on Skullex's location, giving away the Sledge's location to the Lord, and he will get that kill. Lean Boy with the shotgun coming down the blue stairs, as Skullex is going to go down with a beautiful play from the Tachanka, as Shedler is going to find Jittery in the meanwhile. That's another one down, and there's the turret set up to hold down the deck of was that a confirm from the turret? It was Lean Boy onto Ninja Freak. We don't get to see that because Nostalgia took the last kill, of course, onto the repeller of Aquarium. And oh boy, what a way to close out the round. Tachanka on a long range against Akali without any sights. Lean Boy, hats off to the man for getting that kill, but that is also going to put the side of Team Alpha on the match point. 65 is the scoreline. Round 12 is in play, and it's the round of ones, ladies and gentlemen, that we are going to be seeing here on All Stars.
Well, Match point on All Stars. Team Charlie is in the lead and they only require 1 point to win against Team Alpha. And judging by the aggressiveness that we saw on the 10th round, I hope we'll be able to see Skullex with this rush tactic again in the 12th round, where they're going to be defending on first floor kitchen. Sad to say that we are not going to be able to see a 6-pick coming in from both of the teams.
Attackers
And
need to
with that,
locate and defuse as many
match
bombs
point
as they
on the
can.
time or on the side of Team Charlie, and they are going to be defending on first floor kitchen. Rook trying to use his armor pants, but in the end, he's just going to get
Attackers
TK'd
have
himself.
located a bomb.
But not to worry. They're just going to, revive themselves back. I just don't know what just happened here. I mean, what's wrong with an armor panel? Each and every time when Rook says time for some serious protection, he always mean it for a good cause. You never
10 seconds to
place
go.
the armor panel and just destroy it all by yourself just to get down. But hey, at the end,
remaining.
they're just all having fun, and just like that, Zedilus is.
Attackers are heading out to defuse the
Zedilus,
bomb.
I mean, Nostalgia
Attackers
is
drop
trying
the
to
diffuser.
heal Zedilus back up to 100 HP, but Anaconda is on the way, It's like, I need the healing. I need that 125 HP advantage. And just like that, it's all fun and games when it is action phase. As Zedilus tries to gain for the kill, but Ninja Freak is already inside the main
Bomb
lobby getting
located by
that kill.
attackers.
Even the Pulse is also down for the count, but Nostalgia, on the other hand, playing on the blue stairs, takes out Jittery. Ninja is also down from none other than the Caveira, and here you have it, ladies and gents, interrogation, as Lean Boy gets the confirmed kill onto Ninja Freak, and just like that, she needs to be careful because she is all by herself, and she needs to play this more in a 1-2 situation. Sees the sledge, but in the end, it doesn't work out, and just like that, Skullex taking the final kill onto Lean Boy, as they will win round 12 on first floor kitchen. And Jack, you know what time it is? Just take it away.
Absolutely, Baba. We all know what time it is. Round 13 is in play, ladies and gentlemen. And are you ready to rumble? Overtime has arrived. It's an overtime game that we are seeing for ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Round 12 was an exciting round, but we've got a couple more to go, as 6-6, a beautiful score that we're getting to see, and a little bit of a role change. Ferdine is going to be bringing out the Blitz. A Nook comes in from Jittery, and Nostalgia bringing back the Rook right there, as Limbo, of course, with the alibi jokes of finding which one of them is the real alibi is. But of course, we're not quite in the game yet, Leanbo. You're gonna have to wait for just a few more seconds to drop down out of your prismas and go
Attackers
running
need to
off
locate
in
and
the other
defuse
direction
bombs.
of the map. Hopefully he's gonna take his armor plates before he does that. Nostalgia's gonna be very sad otherwise, and we all know what happens when you don't quite take the Rook armor plates. You have a chance of making the Rook very, very, very angry, and you don't quite want an angry Rook. Let's be real here. An angry Rook is not beneficial for your team. Reborn, our host right there, dropping a little bit of spoilers in chat as well, just to watch out for a holographic sight on the
10 seconds
Prismas,
to
because of
insertion.
course the Prismas do not update regardless of whatever sight,
5
skin,
seconds left.
or weapon color that you have selected on the alibi. It's
Attackers must locate and
definitely a very
defuse the bomb.
interesting interaction, because I believe, what's her name? Iana's Gemini actually does that exact function. As Settler's going to be going for a spawn peek towards the ruins area. You're not going to find anybody, mind you. No one spawned there. They all spawned. That is for Dean towards the side of... Oh, okay. The Sunrise entry is going to be denied by Anaconda with the pulse shotgun, stepping things up immediately in the round itself. The Blitz is pushing in. His team is going to be spotted. Shot fired by Nostalgia, but he's not going to get him at all. Unfortunately, the 5 is not quite in the place he needs to be, as Jittery is found. Settlers in the meanwhile, the Dark is down. Shots are being fired by Pulse down below him, as Nostalgia's been downed as well. The grenade comes in to confirm the kill, and Anaconda's got his heartbeat scanner out. He knows where the Blitz is coming from, however. You can hear the sounds of the choo-choo train as he's going to see it, and he'll be taken out with cover from the Mavericks. It's a 1v3 right now, all down to the alibi. That's Lean Boy sitting inside of Aquarium. He's just got to turn, and all he has to do is sit
Attackers have
still. He's
located a
got 2
bomb.
Prismas, the 2000 IQ alibi strat. However, there's, of course, the simple
Attackers
counter
are
of
activating the bomb
getting
diffuser.
into sight, and that is exactly what the Blitz has done. He's seen where the alibi is playing. No point to the Prismas anymore. Shots are going to be fired. He's found one, but he's going to be found by Jittery. The Nook comes in with the FMG to take out Lean Boy, and that is going to give the side of the attack, that is Team Alpha, the first overtime round. And of course, now we're going to be moving into round 14, as of course the roles will be swapped, and overtime match point has been secured by the orange team, but it is still a 7-6. We've got potentially 1 or 2 more rounds to go, depending on how the next 4 minutes pan out.
Well, second floor hookah is going to be the side on the side of Team Alpha, and they are in overtime match point. We did see Lean Boy with the help of his holographic utility, where he tries to bamboozle the opponents, but sad to say, no attackers did arrive on the side of Aquarium. They arrived on the side of Sunrise Bar, which immediately gave absolutely... It actually gave nothing on the side of Aquarium, and I kind of feel bad for Lean Boy. He actually had a little bit of strats working on, but, you know, in the end, the aggressive push comes in on the side of Team Alpha, and with that, they're going to be heading on to round 14, where they're going to be defending on second floor hookah and billiards. Ninja Freak will be playing as the Doc, and we see Jittery playing as the Echo. We do see a lot of, you know, Jittery plays being made as a roamer. He always usually plays a lot of Jaeger. We did see, you know, Jittery and Beat, both of them, you know, I would say both of them, you know, gaining clutches. We did see one match on Union Gaming versus Level 0 Esports on the match of Cafe Dostoyevsky, where they made a 2v4 clutch in which Level 0 had all the opportunities to get back, and just like that, Jittery and Beat took advantage of that opportunity. Well, it's quite interesting to see that on roaming, but this time we're going to be seeing Jittery playing as a hard anchor, because an Echo main is always more of like an hard anchor. He's going to use his yokai drones to get more of the intel, so he can be able to spawn peek from the billiards room. And Akonda using the nades as he throws in on the entrance of hookah door, and he will get it. He's going to take out Skullex. A battle going in on the side of Jittery, and he will lose to that fight to Lean by playing as the Zofia of the Jazz. Thinking of contesting the player on the side of the Aquarium, but we see Lean Boy playing on the side of Aquarium, outside the Aquarium, as we see on the other hand Ninja Freak getting a kill onto Anaconda here. A lot of time still on the hands of the attackers, but for the defenders, they don't have a lot of manpower. A Ninja Freak goes down. C4 comes in on the side of Pulse, and it will, however, connect, taking out Cedulus. Verdine Jazz needs to work this out, and they are in a 1v2 situation. It won't work out, and just like that, Team Charlie will gain control of that situation as they win round 14. And with that, we are heading on to the final round. That is maximum overtime.
Maximum overtime is here, ladies and gentlemen. Round 15, 7-7 is the scoreline. And just as we have with a normal day of play when it comes to Rainbow Six Siege competitive, this is going to be the last round of the match, regardless of who wins or loses. There's no lead to be taken, no more equalizers after this. It's all down to this last round of the entire game. One team must win while the other will lose. The 650 is in from Nostalgia out of the Pulse into whatever operator he so desires, and the Twitch is going to be brought in by Jittery out of the Buck with his 6th pick ticket. And actually, now that I look at it, outside of the Capcan pick, you have the Kaid pick here on that 6th pick that the Pulse had held down for quite a while, mind you. It took his sweet time to make that decision. But regardless of that, right now, the operator selection I'm looking at for this round at the very least is very close to what we would see from a standard game of competitive Rainbow Six. Even the Capcan, on occasion, we've seen the Capcan played on Coastline for those anti-rush plays from the defender side. But this being a 4 versus 4, it should be a very interesting final round to finish off this first game of the day before we move into, of course, the second one that we have after this. Cedulus going for a spawn peek out of the office door, but I believe he's a little too early to go for this. A drone could spot him within the next 7 seconds, unless, of course, he's taking out all the drones in the area, or Alpha just happens to not drone this particular part of the map. Action phases in. Cedulus, he's just waiting for somebody to peek that particular ledge on the ruin side, but once again, unfortunately for him, Ninja Freak, the man who did spawn here, took the underpass, came back up, and the Doc's pre-fire, of course, finds Skullx. Okay, there was somebody coming in. Instead, as Settle is going to take a bit of damage from the Maverick, but that's not a whole lot of damage. There's nothing that, of course, the Stim Pistol can't cover up. And he's going to go for the peek again, but grenades in, is going to miss it, but he's going to find Lean Boy in the meanwhile, as the Maverick's trying to find where this Doc is playing, and he will. He's going to get that kill with a beautiful play onto the Doc, taking him out as the C4 comes out from Nostalgia. It's going to miss, and that's his C4 utility of the board. Jittery's inside of Kitchen. He's going to be joined by Ninja Freak and Blue Bar any second now, but there's a Kapkan down below. Anaconda playing the hallway. He could be very influential, but the Twitch zone has seen him. He's going to move out, and he's going to be taken out for his trouble as well. A crossfires in from the Twitch and the Mavericks. It's all down to the Kaid with the TCSZ. Nostalgia inside of sight. Is even aware of where the push is coming from. He knows that there's Ferdinand on his window, but the Maverick's going to come in. He's not going to see him. He's going to take a Kapkan trap instead. Nostalgia's holding down so still. He's found one. He's found two, and it's all down to the Zofia on the window in this 1v1 that Nostalgia has suddenly converted it into. Ferdinand has no angle onto where this man's playing. He's going to use a couple of his stuns. He could use his impacts, mind you. He's going to bring them out. He's going to shoot them in. He's found one. No, just 1 HP. Nostalgia, the 3 armor of Kaid saves him. And oh boy, the Ferdinand's gonna be a little disappointed with that. I'm not even sure that he knows how low Nostalgia is. But Nostalgia, of course, has to be careful in how he chooses to play this. He's got Diffuser, he's got plenty of time, and so does, of course, Ferdinand. He's going to be droning himself into sight, going into a hallway. He's going to find the Kaid sitting there by the door of the other side itself. He's going to hear the Kaid lumbering about outside. But, of course, Nasty, he's gone prone. And he could potentially turn things around right here, unless, of course, Ferdinand swings wide and gets the kill. Will he do that? It's the Zofia versus the Kaid, still in the 1v1. And it's all come down to this in the last 40-odd seconds of the round. Still holding down Nostalgia. He's prone. He's very close to where the Zofia is. Ferdinand, unaware of where the Zofia is playing. He's going to swing wide, and he's going to find the Kaid instead. The clutch is denied. Ferdinand will get that kill, and that is going to give the side of Team Alpha, the ones attacking on round 15, maximum overtime. The victory right there. Well played to both teams. It was a fantastic game. But, of course, Alpha are your victors, 8-7 in their favor to finish off the map and the match on a coastline. And we, of course, will be taking a short break before we come back with the second game of the night. Team Bravo taking on Team Delta, which should be a very interesting game as well. And a reminder for all of the viewers at home, the registrations of both Team and Solo registration for Season 5 are, of course, still open. And if you want to get into the WWE Esports League for Rainbow Six, you have a chance of getting in the division with your friends, you might want to go and get that registration done. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking that short break, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Guys, blackjack is the map beta done. Sorry.
Bruh.
Hello.
नेक्स्ट में कब है और
Alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the W Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege All-Stars. So, powered by LG Ultra Gear in association with AC Fabric, Zotac Gaming and Games the Shop. I'm your host Blackjack, joining me my co-host Baba Gusta and Mr. Reborn, as we are back on the map of Coastline for the final game of the night. And that is, of course, Bravo team taking on Delta team. But Delta team, of course, are the ones on attack, which means Bravo are going to get the first ban on the defensive side. And the first attacker of the map is going to be banned very shortly. And that is going to be, of course, the Twitch. All right. Twitch is going to be taken off the board nice and early. Not really a common ban when it comes to competitive Rainbow Six, not even in All-Stars for that matter. I don't think we saw this back in the Season 2 All-Stars that we did, of course. But regardless of that, we're going to see a Blackbeard ban to be followed by the, following the Twitch ban. I completely confused my English right there. But then, with that being said, the attacker bans are off the board. Twitch and Blackbeard are done. And now it's up for the defenders' turn to be on the chopping block. Team Delta are the ones banning. And the first defender on the map of Coastline to be banned for the night is going to be the Smoke. Okay, very interesting right there. Smoke, an operator you don't get to see at all. And, very, very, very interesting ban right there, the Smoke ban. I can think of a lot of reasons why, but regardless, Smoke is out board, and Reborn, of course, is going to drop a little bit of banter in chat because, of course, one of the reasons. Oh, okay. The Doc will also be banned for the side of the defense. Looks like the bans are completely skewed today, as of course that these are your bans for the map of Coastline. Twitch, Blackbeard, Smoke, and Doc are the operators of the board. Very interesting bans right there, of course. With that being said, let's have a quick look at the rosters for our teams here in the lobby. For the side of Team Delta, we've got Mellow, JV, Care, Luxia, and Bot. And from the side of Team Bravo, we've got Psycho, Hulky, who's posing as All Good Knights, Beat, Lynch, and Vim. A very deadly combination of players in both these teams right here. And Lynch is going to be going for the 6-pick out of the Vigil into the Echo. And the Montaigne play from Luxia is going to be interesting to see how he manages to play the shield operator on the attack, the GIGN shield on attack for that matter, on Coastline, as we're going to be moving into round one. Nice and
Attackers
quick.
need to locate
Lynch is
and
going to
defuse
drop
as many
a
bombs
"Don't
as
kill
they
me,
can."
I'm your friend." Looks like the Echo wants to go out of the map, probably at the action phase starting. Not entirely sure what his intentions are, seeing as we did see a rather large number of betrayals yesterday with promises of knife rounds. So, you know, always take those all chat messages.
Bomb located
Now,
by attackers.
before we quickly move on into the rest of this match, let's have a quick reminder for all of our viewers that Season 5 registrations are still ongoing, but not for too long. So if you want to join the WB Black the Esports Club League for Rainbow Six Siege, the qualifiers for Season 5 have a chance to be in divisions for yourself and your friends. Then both solo and team registrations are still open. But as I said, not for too long. And if you want to be here, you might want to get on that nice and quickly. Action phase is in play, and Lynch is going to be going for a ruined spawn peak, but there's a spawn peak out of the door of Aquarium as well. The glass has been spotted, slowly moving up. He's going to see him, he's going to find him, he's going to get the down. That is Mellow, as JV got a kill onto Hulky. In the meanwhile, the Nook is very low on HP, running through kitchen surface entrance, mind you, coming towards the blue stairs as there's a Kali in play from Care. The Montaigne over on the roof. Mellow looks like he's just going to be left to bleed out for the time being. Lynch is going to get JV in the meanwhile. The Nook is down, which effectively makes this a 4 versus 3 in favor of the defenders. Mellow is still down, and the Mozzie's head will barely evade the bullets of the CSRX 300 of the Kali. Curiously enough, I used to call this the 3000, but Luxia is going to get knifed in the meanwhile. Beat with that play is going to find the shield. Okay, that's unfortunate, as a phone call comes out from the Dekebi, but is he going to find any of the defenders? Not quite. Dekebi herself is out by the ruined spawn. Psycho has been down, should be revived very shortly, as it's all down to Care, Bot, and Mellow, who has actually been revived. The glass is up and running once again, making it a 4 versus 3. Psycho is being revived, I believe, because I don't see that health bar going any farther down. There we go. Thanks, I didn't quite get to see it, of course. The image is a little too small. But yeah, she is revived on Mozzie's up, and the Dukebi with DCZ was not going to find the defender playing down below, and that is, of course, the MP7 on a Vim, finding that kill, making it a 4 versus 2. Care, actually 2 versus 3, that is. Melo's found a kill from the Ruins area onto Beat, as the Kali's going to be spotted, but no, he's going to get the Echo. That's a huge drop right there, as a headshot is confirmed with the gun of the Kali. Going for a very interesting peek right here, as Melo's going to be taking out the glass off the board. It's all down to the Kali in a 1 versus 2. I don't think he's aware of where these two operators are playing. He's not seen Mozzie's head. Those moving pixels, not in his favor, but the down on the bandit is secured. It's all down to the last operator on the map, the Mozzie, and that is Psycho inside of sight. She's going to be going for this peek, and what a headshot onto Care! Oh, the connect is in with the red dot suppressor angled grip, and Psycho peeking wide bravely against the Kali is going to get that beautiful headshot on to that operator in Ruins, giving the side of the defense round 1 in a fantastic beginning to this match.
Well, what a way to start off the round. Psycho outsmarting the sniper rifle Kali as she gains the win on the second floor hookup. That's going to be a lead on the side of Team Bravo. Heading on to the second round, we're going to be seeing Team Bravo defending on the side kitchen, where we see a lot of operators, in which we don't see quite a lot when we have the tournament standings being played. But since this is all stars, any operators being played shouldn't have any problems at all. We have a 6-pick coming in on the side of Care, where he is 6-picking from the Kali to the Monty.
Many bombs as they can.
And it's quite an OP Catres, I must say. His extended shield gives a lot of troubles for the defenders to take out that particular operator, unless and until if you have some trap operators like a smoke or a C4, which you have to time it at the right time to take out the Monty at the right way. Meanwhile, you have a bot playing as the Amaru. It's just a basic standard execution when it comes to rush tactics, while we still have
10 seconds left.
triple fraggers, Luxia, Bot and Melo, all three of them playing as the frag ops like the Jackal, Ash and the Amaru. If you see on the side of the defenders, you still have Avim, which in fact was playing as the bandit, but decides to go for the warden, and he decides to go for a run out, eventually taking quite a lot of damage to the Nook. With that, we're going to be seeing Melo playing on the side of main entrance, opening up the barricade on towards the reception desk, where we see Lynch with the turret being placed on the side of reception, and we see 3 of those players holding an angle from the from the reception desk, as we see a round coming in on the side of Hulky. Nook actually sees that precaution and takes it into his consideration. Meanwhile, we see a lot of damage being done as Luxia gets 2 kills as he rushes in, taking out a Vim as well as Psycho, which leads to Team Delta gaining a lot of advantage, while we see a diffuse being planted on the side of service entrance. Meanwhile, we see Lynch with the turret. He gets a kill on Luxia. Beat, on the other hand, gets JV. Bot still looking for an opportunity as he takes out Lynch, but still it is a 1v3 situation on the side of Beat, when he needs to clutch this one out on this specific side here. He actually takes out Care, but still needs to look out for Melo and Bot, in which they're currently playing on the side of the reception desk. Pre-fires eventually won't be able to find anything. Still has the diffuser. All he has to do is just bait for the attackers to push in, so that he can be able to take the opportunity. Push coming in from the Oryx, but in the end, Bot with the SMG-11 playing as the Amaru confirms the kill on to the Oryx, as they will win round 2 on the first floor kitchen, eventually equalizing the round against Delta versus Bravo.
The early game equalizer is in, but of course, as I said right there, it is the early game equalizer, not quite mid-game, definitely not late game, and as it goes, early game equalizers are not really a great indicator of what's coming later on in this match, of course, as first floor Blue Bar and Sunrise Bar is going to be the site of choice between both teams, as Lynch is going to be going for the 6-pick out of the Echo into the Echo, 200 IQ right there, and Luxia with the 6-pick out of the Jackal into the Ying, bringing in the operator with the Candelas, as Ying, of course, is definitely quite the changing factor, especially when it comes to pushes that happen
Attackers need to
on
locate and
attack.
defuse as
Yeah,
many
definitely
bombs as
with
they
those
can.
Candelas. 3, not 4, mind you. That was a week of Ying terror, but it's not a thing anymore, thankfully. But her smokes are still there, mind you. She still has her smokes, and there is no denial from the side of Bravo team. They haven't brought in a Jaeger, they haven't brought in a Wamai, and they will probably be facing the wrath of the Ying anytime soon. Meanwhile, Hulky, of course, announced his loadout with the castle, red dot suppressor, probably even an angle grip on the UMP, dare I say, and you know, the UMP is not the best gun in the world. You know, we've had pro players with
10 seconds left.
we're voicing their thoughts quite loudly before. I believe everybody knows what
5
I'm
seconds
referring
left.
to. But with all of that out of the way, Avim,
Attackers
Avim
objective is
is
to
going to be
locate
going for a
bomb
run
and
out
defuse
on
it.
towards the
Defender
blue
has
side from
left
several
designated
instances. He's going to find one,
stationary.
not quite
Defender has
easily.
been
Doesn't even
discovered.
catch anybody's head, and that's unfortunate. No damage dealt from the Bandits MP7 as he's going to run
Defender is
back into
approaching a kill
sight. He's
zone.
going for another one on surface entrance. He might want to be careful though, as an E1D scan is going to come out to stop that happening as the shots are fired, and oh, bot's gonna find Lynch, and that's unfortunate. Lynch, the Echo, he was
Bomb
spawn
located
peeking
by
out of
attackers.
the white corridor window next to, of course, the main reception stairs that we just saw. I believe that was Beat going up, either Beat or Hulky. Meanwhile, JV is gonna actually find Beat. That is the bounty of the board versus out of security, but there's a whim to find one that's bottom of the board and almost gets taken out by Hulky, mind you, as the castle's gonna be detected by the E1 scanner coming out. The Lion's in as JV is gonna go down to Psycho. The Mira's gotten a kill from inside of Sunrise. She's gotta be careful, mind you, as there are operators outside and inside of Sunrise. The Lion sitting in there is gonna find a double Mellow with a couple of beautiful kills. He's pushing in with the Ink. Again, got to be careful. They're inside of sight, and all that remains is Hulky, who's been detected, and the push is in. But oh boy, so many shots are whiffed. Luxia will finally connect the bullets on the T95 LMG onto the castle. Oh, wow, you hate to see that. But the kill is confirmed, and Team Delta are going to be taking round 3, putting themselves in that early game lead as Hulk is going to drop the tank joke in chat. 2-1 is the scoreline. Round 4 is in play, and the match is slowly, as it always does, getting exciting.
Well, it is getting exciting indeed, and I just like how all players have decided to use the red dot suppressor. I mean, I even did see Ying using the red dot suppressor on her weapon, and yep, it's quite interesting because, you know, most of the time we would see an operator using an ACOG site because, you know, the maximum scope gives the maximum, you know, positioning on where exactly the location of a you know, certain operator is. I mean, using the red dot suppressor would actually give a lot of problems for the players to come up to, because it's not their
Attackers
type
need
of
to locate
preference
and
to use it.
defuse
I mean,
as
yes,
many
there are
bombs as
some
they can.
guns which maybe you can be use a red dot sight into it, maybe a frost gun or a cav gun, in which many people would actually still prefer using the holographic sight, which in the later updates when Mozzie gets the holographic sight on the P10 Ronin, you can
Attackers
be
have
able to
located
use
a
that
bomb.
specific holographic sight onto the cav as well with the SMG. You know, but with that, it's really exciting to see how, you know, unorthodox the attachments have on both of these teams, you know,
10
using
seconds
the
to
red dot.
insertion.
I mean, just like I was saying, Caveira using the holographic sight. I mean,
5 seconds
the
to insertion.
suppressors are quite, you know, disadvantageous when it comes to the attack damage, but
Attackers
in
are
the end it's going
moving
to work
to
out
defuse the bomb.
as we will proceed on to the action phase. Well, Hulky
Attackers' bomb
immediately gets
diffuser
tagged
has
out from
been
the
dropped.
yokai drones, but ooh, Oryx with the shot. Never mind, it wasn't Oryx, it was
Attackers
Vigil
have recovered their
taking
diffuser.
out the Amaru, an early spawn peak coming in on the sunrise bar window, getting the first frag. With that, bot is he is not happy with that kill, and with that we're going to be seeing Nook pushing in on the side of Sunrise Bar as we see the yokai drones used on a particular side. Dokebi calls coming in on the side of the attackers where they exactly know where the defenders' locations are, while Pete
A bomb has been
still
located.
needs to be playing also patiently, goes aggressive, doesn't see a guy from the Sunrise Bar, and gets taken out from none other than the player playing on the side of Sunrise Bar. Meanwhile, we see 3 players playing on the side of hookah window, the hookah room, Echo, Tachanka, and I believe that was the Lynch. And on the other side, we see Mellow with the SMG taking out Hulky, well, Care
Attackers
playing
drop
as
the bomb
the Ash
diffuser.
takes out Lynch. So Echo, who was playing on the side of the hookah launch, eventually gets the kill playing on the side of the hookah window, but still needs to be careful because there are 2 attack operators pushing on the
Defender
side
is
of hookah.
approaching a kill
Echo
zone.
tries to contest, but in the end, Care with the R4C assault rifle gets the final kill on towards on Echo, leading to fourth round on the side of Team Delta, winning on second floor hookah.
Team Delta on a roll right now as Care, the Ash main right there. The Ash main plays, of course, from him, bringing in that beautiful final kill on the Echo. Took a bit of damage himself, but managed to stay alive long enough to confirm the kill. Second floor Penthouse and Theater is going to be the site of choice from the defending team. I'm not quite sure what Bravo team is thinking, but they do have the meta. Oh, wait a minute. Lynch is going out of that operator with a 6th pick. I'm not really sure if his team really wants him to go out of that. Oh, he's gone into the Oryx instead. Probably wants to do some hatch plays, while Bot is going to go out of the Maverick into the Fuse. Fuse, of course, was buffed as of the 2.3 patch yesterday. He was given a 4th cluster charge with the aim of that being to help him become a reliable operator for clearing defender utility. Whether or not that really impacts his presence in a top competitive remains to be seen, seeing as of course the patch has just been deployed and we're playing also Season 5 begins in full swing. We won't really know as to whether or not our region, the Indian region, is going to be affected by this particular change. Meanwhile, Ella's F412 and the rather ridiculous max size that it has, or ammo count that it has, to make some vertical lines of sight for himself. And
10 seconds
those, of course, will always be useful. I believe Lynch, the man, obviously is going to be going out for a run out from the service entrance door, using the Rima Dash as his main crutch. He's been seen by a drone, mind you. That means he's going to have to go back, and there you go. You can see Mello holding down the angle where the Oryx would have otherwise appeared, and that's unfortunate for Lynch. But he's just going to be on the first floor regardless. As of him, he's going to see one, but no, he's going to get taken out. The Jaeger dies to the Nook, and JV will happily take that kill with the FMG, finding that headshot before of him had a chance to get the kill. Meanwhile, a Valcam from Beat is spotted with a slice. He's playing with a shotgun, no less. Luxia bringing in
Defender is approaching
the M590, and the rappel is going to be heard out, but Beat's going to fall back in before he gets detected by, of course, the detection timer. Psycho playing very close to this for the window, mind you. She could be taken off the board, but Kaya's going to find Beat in the meanwhile. The Valkyrie was on for a run out and got taken off the board. Melon's on Psycho as well. The Mozzie's down, as now it's a push in towards side. The Zophie with the LMG as Kaya's going to go down in the meanwhile. That is the Kali of the board to the Oryx. Shots are fired by Hulky with the pistol. The RG-15 from below as the sledge is going to drop down. Lynch has found one more that's bought of the board. He's finding kills left, right, and center, but he's got to be careful because the sledge pushing up very close to him. The run out will be heard. Not quite. Mel's going to get that kill instead. Lynch is off the board, and it's all down to Hulky, the last man standing. The Ella in Hall of Fame with the F412 is going to find one, and that's a deletion of JV of the map. But there's another shotgun pushing close, but the Sledge doesn't know that the push is in, and Hulk has found a double, but he needs to find one more, and that's the Zofia, the sister rivalry for the 1v1, as is between Mello and Hulky, and Hulky's refusing to go out of his main shotgun, and the pre-fire from Mello with that LMG, 150 rounds in one box magazine is going to give him the victory right there on the round, as round 5 is going to go to the side of the attack, and Delta team are on a massive roll, as unfortunately it looks like Hulky's intention was to peek with the pistol, but that definitely was not what the Zofia went for.
Well, that sister rivalry went up really bad, as Mello eventually getting the kill onto Hulky, winning the match, as Delta is on a strong 3-point lead, in fact. And this time, in order to Bravo to step it up a notch, they have to win back to back. I mean, we still don't have to worry about it, because after round 6 we're going to be seeing a role swap where Team Bravo is going to be defending, as Team Delta will be going on towards on attack.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Yep, and with that, prep phase is under effect, and I mean, yes, the LMG that we see on Zofia, it was sad to say it was an ACOG site, not a red dot. I mean, I thought they were going to stick it till the end.
Attackers have located the
say,
bomb.
like, there are some, players who would prefer the ACOG over red dot. Some would prefer holographic side instead of the ACOG side, and some would rarely prefer using the reflex side, even though it's actually quite great.
Razor wire in position.
Because of how great the triangle side of reflex side, in which you can be able to aim easier. But for holographic, like, it's up to people's preferences. But oh no, Is that an accidental PK coming in on a wave?
Attackers objective.
I believe that was just a normal hip fire run out coming up on the side of Lynch from the Sunrise Bar. Won't be able to gain a lot of damage, but instead Vivi is going to take a lot of damage, increasing a lot of 25 HP. He's playing with the .44 mag semi-auto while he takes a lot of damage with the Buck. Alright, looks like this is a pistol round going in on the side of both the teams, as Khalid will lose that fight. Here wins that pistol battle against the beat. Meanwhile, we see Ken, I believe he's just switching back to the assault rifle, as we see Luxia with the Deagle, I believe, taking out a beam. Meanwhile, we see the flank coming in on the side of Hulky, where he immediately downs Care, but he still needs to be careful on both the shield operators. He actually takes down Care, but still, and also downs Luxia. Still needs to be careful on the Montaigne, because he is one of the operators that will irritate quite a lot. Hip fire beams coming in on the side of the Montaigne, as we see Mello taking out Lynch. With that, the only operator which is remaining is Hulky, and he will also be taken down. Team Delta is on a roll by winning 6th round on second floor hookah. They are in the lead.
Alrighty, round 7 rolls up is going to be in play, and Delta team continuing their roll of rounds. Really, they're just completely unstoppable today, and unfortunately that team kill from a Vim kind of hurt the side of Bravo team. Not really a whole lot, seeing as they still got completely steamrolled from the side of Delta. Right now, round 7 rolls up means that Delta will be defending and the side of Bravo will be attacking. And unless there's some sort of secret pact going on down there in the players' chats that we're only going to be winning attacking rounds today, I don't really expect Bravo team to make much of a comeback. But again, like I said, unless there's some sort of secret deal that these players have made for themselves, we won't exactly know for the time being. Round 7 is in play. Second floor hookah is the side of choice once again. And as I write this down, I'm going to be keeping a note of any specific changes excuse me, in op selection, and not really a whole lot here outside of course, the Finka being in play from Multi, bringing in the CBR and operator from Russia. And more than that, Finka's ability actually gives her and her teammates a lot of bullet resistance. Like the ability to tank the number of bullets that 120 HP allows you to. I'm pretty sure all the doctors in chat know exactly what I'm talking about. As oh, that's sad to see. JV wants that drone, but he won't be getting it. Blot's gonna be going for a spawn rush towards Ruins. He has a couple of bodies here. No, he doesn't. Unfortunately, he's been caught out. He's got to pull back, and he won't in time, as Lynch will get the kill from all the way across the map. There's a Fierce found one as the boss Jacob spawn pieces in. He's gonna find the Ash. Not quite. Doesn't do any damage. Not quite as well. But JV's found beat in the meanwhile. Attack kill has been confirmed, and there's a peek, and so many bodies being dropped. Mellow, Care, JV, all joining in the fun, as it's all down to Hulky, the last man standing, with of course the sausage, the SASG on the Finka, and the last man standing with his boost. He's low on HP after that shot. I'm not even sure who got that on him, but he's going to be taken off the board from inside of Hook, and that is the Boss G coming in from Mellow the Vigil with one of the most dangerous guns.
Well, looks like we have lost Jack there, as just like Jack was saying, it is match point on the side of Team Delta, and with that, I don't think we'll be able to see a rehost coming in on the side of Team Bravo here. What a play coming in on the side of the Vigil, with the boss T ACOG taking out, and with that, we're going to be proceeding match point round 8. And there looks like they're going to be defending on the first floor kitchen. Well, with the one person disadvantage on the side of Team Bravo, as Avim just accidentally left the game, maybe due to some disconnection issues. And I mean, we did see in the chat that one of the players on the side of Team Delta said he kind of raged, and he just kind of rage quitted. But hey, it's all just fun and games in the end. It's all stars anyways. Just like that. So we proceed to match point on the side of Team Delta, and with that we're going to be seeing a lot of utilities being wasted on the side of the defenders. We see Okay, looks like another C4 is
Setting C4.
here. I think they're going to perform an art here from both Luxia as well as the 44 Max semi-auto. Well, looks like the whole team of Team Delta has kind of decided, and ooh, what was that? Did Kair have a little bit of problems going against Luxia? Well, I mean, they were actually going for a spawn pick, and looks like Kair actually wanted to go for the spawn pick on the service entrance, and just like that he is a little bit detected. But also, JV has also decided to go for a spawn pick on the side of the reception desk. Both of them has whipped out the pistol, not the SMG. I mean, everyone is using the pistols, including a bot using the revolver, and they're just contesting against Team Bravo, and they have no answer to give on how to progress this any further. Well, a lot of shots being thrown, and just like that, Ace pushing in, both of them taking, traded out against themselves, both together, as both of them are down, and just like that,
attackers have located
on the side of the attackers, they only have 2 persons left, as we see Nomad pushing in with the .44 mag, doesn't work out with the JV getting the headshot against the beat. That Lynch with the 5.7 USG, which has great amount of magazine capacity and also quite a good amount of recoil, goes for a quick pick on the side of the reception that goes to Pika for like the 5th or 6th times, but bot with the revolver kill, instantly ending the reign as Team Delta wins against Team Bravo on a map Coastline. Well, with that would be the end of the second match. Team Delta winning against Team Bravo on map Coastline, and I believe this would be the end of the All-Stars. Thank you all for watching the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. With that, it is Baba Gusta. With me, I had Mr. Reborn as the admin, and also our lovely co-caster Blackjack, and we are out. Take care and good night.
The moment of creation is a form of magic, where an off becomes an on, a 0 becomes a 1, then another, and another, until, deep in the complexity, you discover order, speed, reliability, power. Experience the WD Black NVMe SSD. Fueled by darkness. Level up to NVMe SSD performance.
Numerous forces aimed at the Earth. Let the glorious battle begin. Geared up for victory. LG Ultra Gear Gaming Monitor.
Bye.